Okay, I have an ammeter here. It's in 20 milliamp setting. I'm running this motor off a 9-volt battery. I'm running this motor off a 9-volt battery. And I'm taking the induced generator pickup winds from this coil and the coil below, and I rectify it, and I'm actually boosting the voltage by double with a full wave bridge with some capacitors added that make it a voltage doubler. That's over here. You don't need to see it. So I have the DC out of that coming in and feeding this motor over here. The DC output of that feeds this motor. Plus this motor's running off a 9-volt battery. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm taking the induced generator pickup winds all around the motor coils on this coil and the one below, and I run them in series. I'm also running these in series, and then I rectify it. Actually, sorry, I'm not running them series. I rectify each coil, the top and the bottom. I rectify each one and then parallel them, and that is the DC output. And I put it into a cap too, small cap. And I'm doing the same thing over here, but it's not a voltage doubler over here. And so I rectify this induced generator wind around the motor coil up here, and I do it also below, rectify it, and then I combine the two DC outs, parallel them, and run this motor. Okay, hope I explained that. So I'm not doing anything with the back EMF recoil, except it does come through these winds, but I'm not doing anything with the steering diodes off of the drain of the MOSFET, you know, the traditional way to capture the back EMF recoil flyback. Okay, so I used to have magnets back here. They made it run a little faster, but they also made the draw go up, so I don't have any magnets behind the cores anymore. And right now I'm just trying to see what the draw is and get it down as low as I could, and I real precisely adjusted the timing here of when the motor coils fire, and also the timing here. And this one is 22 milliamps, and this one's about 19 and 20, so they're about the same. This one should have a less amp draw because it's a larger diameter timing wheel. So anyways, let's look at that. Here's the thought something came loose, but it didn't. Okay, so here's this one here. When I hooked it up, it lost some RPMs because, you know, there was only one battery running one motor. So this one has about 19 milliamps, this motor. And that's pretty good, because earlier I had like 45 milliamps. but now it's 45 milliamps for both, about. So now I'm going to run the other, I'm going to check the amp draw for this motor over here, and it is what you see now. And adjust the timing a little bit here. So it's a little more than 22, but I had it at 22 there. There, I like it right there, 23. 22. I just moved that like half a millimeter. So I'm not doing anything with the flyback or the second switches, you know, that fill caps and a delayed thing. And I'm not pulsing out the flyback into a load, but I am taking the flyback out with the induced generator coils and shoving it into the opposite motor and doing this back into there. So here is this, I have kind of a baseline now. But what it, like the lowest draw I can have. And now when I start filling caps and everything and it goes up and draw, I know what's going on. And what else? I don't know, it's running pretty smooth though. 2 motors at 40 milliamps about piece. And I'm going to just look at voltage really quick. You know what it says? 175 volts. Well, that's pretty ridiculous. But you know what? I'm shoving that, I'm shoving all the induced pickup generator wires back into the other one. So that's probably what that is. Interesting. Let's look at that again. It should be reading what the voltage in the battery is. Here's the voltage. As soon as I hook this to ground. Oops, something happened. Look at that. I blew up the meter. The meter exploded. The spikes must have hit it. Okay, I'm gonna call it now a day. Did you hear that pop? So, because I have the meter hooked up and I'm shoving the induced generator wires in, the spikes killed it. So maybe I can replace the fuse or something. Okay, thanks for watching.